Jonathan, we are live, and the V requires a strap, just like every one of your guys' moms.
Just like her.
Let's roll the intro.
Do it.
You're live in 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Oh,
There
no.
we go. Got
I
it.
was about to say, uh-oh, I'm already having issues.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, the West Coast over there.
West Side.
And we are knocking at your door at the mom's house, getting on here. I got to tell you something.
Getting deep into the V today.
So, matter of fact, I'll pull this up. So, apparently, in my RD video, you know, if you haven't seen it yet, I started it off with a pretty tasteful your mom joke, if you will. And a lot of people didn't like it.
Huh.
A lot of people didn't like it. They said it was childish. They said it was, I needed to grow up. And I'm like, that's overrated. That is so bad.
It's
so
you know,
terrible.
here's the thing. I have always run everything in my life like it's a locker room. I do it with my boys.
Yeah.
I do it with my friends. I do it at work. We definitely throw out a lot of mom jokes in the group chat at work and with my homies and all that stuff. So I just think
I just don't get it.
no,
I don't understand
And
the
it's
hate.
okay. Like if you want to grow up and be like a super mature dude, I'm 41 years old. I'm probably at this point I'm never gonna stop acting like a 16-year-old boy. Like
Yeah, there's no point.
beyond
There's no
the
point.
fact of handling my responsibilities, which I do infinitely better than I did back then. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna tell jokes,
Yeah.
and I want to be around people that like that. And if you don't, then you know your mom can suck a fat one.
She's going to anyway.
She's
So,
going
you know.
to.
But yeah, like an immediate turn off to the video and the channel. And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, exactly. 64 going on 12. Like,
Damn right,
have
dude.
fun, man.
Dude, I saw a thing with Prince the other day, an interview he did, and he said, "When is your birthday?" And they're like, "Well, or how many birthdays do you have?" And the person was like thrown off. They were like, "Oh, how old am I?" And he's like, "No, you had one birthday on the day you were born." And then he's like, "And I stopped counting after that." Which is why I still look the same as I did 10 years ago. And like, you know, everybody kind of like, you know, cheered and applauded or whatever for him because it was like a live event or something. But
Right.
I mean, there's something to that. Now, you know, Father Time is undefeated, but do you want to count the clock the whole time, or do you want to just be
No.
who you are, who you're comfortable being? And, you know, it's V-Day at your mom's. Yes.
V-Day.
So keep the mom jokes coming. Is what I'm gonna say.
We're going to do this entire episode what we always do, to your mother and finger a V. Hopefully better than that. But
That guitar is awesome, by the way. What
thank
do
you.
you have there?
This is an Epiphone Flying V. It's one of the COVID models. So it came out sometime in 2020 from my knowledge of the serial number. I got this from Hop Frog Music in Dallas, Georgia.
Shout out.
Yeah, we were out there for an emo night and actually wore this shirt on the emo night. Not that this band's very emo, I guess. It's more metalcore. But funnily enough, a lot of the members of the band, shout out to, there's the band right there.
Oh, Sorrow.
Sorrow to Seven. Yeah, they're really cool, man. They're really good. Like we're looking forward to seeing them again at some point.
Heck yeah.
Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. A lot of the band members there that I talked to, the drummer, the guitar player, the singer, they're like, yeah, we're actually all metalheads. Like we, you know, because they were ones that'd be like, oh, I like your shirt. They're like, yeah, we like the emo stuff, the scene kind of stuff, but they're like, that's kind of where our hearts are. And I'm just like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
I'm
awesome.
right there with you. Get it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And
So, and what do you got? You got something that looks
this is rocks.
somewhat
It's a
familiar.
similar shape. A
Yeah.
little bit different configuration. I have everything mounted into the pick guard, and that's
Nice.
because I built this myself, and I felt like that would be the easiest sort of wiring situation. Is kind of like the Strat-esque, everything
Right.
loaded into the pick guard. And also, I kind of dig the '70s vibe of
Yep.
this body style.
Yes.
It's nice though. These are Roswell pickups out of two separate Harley Benton guitars
Yep.
that got my SG, which got upgrades. And like when I say upgrade, I use the term very lightly because these pickups are fantastic, dude. Just I mean woolly, but for a V to have that woolly tone on the neck is actually I find quite desirable. Like I
Yeah.
like it in the context of this guitar, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and that's something that I was going to say about yours that I kind of like. I like the fact that it's not just black.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sure.
this is just a classy look, but
yeah,
again,
100% tuxedo
black-
vibes, dude, all day.
yeah, but it's a black guitar. You know, those are kind of like a dime a dozen thing. And two, I do kind of wish this had like the bigger pick guard because I love like the look of a '70s V. But the problem that I have, despite this being black and stuff, is it really does play so well.
Yeah,
And it has
They
to
are
do just obviously the build quality of it's good, and then the setup that Brad did at Hot Frog is just it's fantastic. It really I tuned it up and it was good to go. I mean, it really just straight out of the shop, just great. So it just attributes no matter how expensive or inexpensive the guitar is, a good setup is paramount.
always worth the money.
Always worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, I mean, I thought about like stickering this one out.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe, and then maybe just as a homage, because I actually bought the V at this show.
Oh, nice.
So we
That's
were on a
cool.
break. We were like before the show started. I went up to him like, "Hey man, I just want to go ahead and pay for that." And he's like, "Okay, I can't get it right now." I'm like, "That's fine. Let me just secure it, please."
Yeah.
Because there were a ton of people in there. I'm like, I don't want anybody else
Right.
to get it.
Yeah, yeah,
And it
yeah.
just plays great. Because I had kind of fiddled around with it before, and I was like, "Man, this plays really well."
Also, another thing that both of these share in common is the vintage style tuning pegs.
The best ones.
It's a
yes.
must. On
It's a
V.
must.
Yes. I do not like Grovers on a flying V. I respect the functionality of having locking or whatever,
Yeah.
but like kidney bean on a flying
Hideous.
V just doesn't belong at all.
Well, and that's, I mean, you even look at my Les Pauls have the Clouson style. My SG61 has it.
Yeah.
The other one that I like is on my SG Junior. It's the little white button ones. Love those.
Yeah, I have those on my Jazzmaster style guitar.
Yeah,
and
those look
they're
cool, too.
fantastic. Those are real classy for sure.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
I'll even on the Strats take the oval, like the metal version of those white
Yep.
buttons. Like those
Yep.
those are okay too. Kidney bean is just I don't know why. It's just
Yeah,
not-
they don't look right. Like
Yeah.
like that's another reason I prefer 50s models over 60s models. Like with Les Pauls and stuff, is because they have those. Which is like you
Yeah.
could always buy a 60s.
Sure.
But then you also have things like the neck and just other things that go with it. So
Yeah.
there's that. But good segue into what we said we were going to talk about. Just guitars that we maybe bought at one point in time, didn't really care for, maybe
Yeah.
tried to love a little bit. Piggybacking off a video that I did recently about things that I have kind of come to love over the years and stuff and all of that. Would you like to kick us off with that?
Yeah,
Sean, since that
so
was your
I
idea.
think you put out a video this week, and I thought it would be good, topic fodder for OnlyFrets this week. And I think we can start with like guitars that you hated and or thought you hated and then bought and or like sat down in a shop and played and then decided that you actually love it.
Yeah.
And I can think of Strats for sure. I never liked Strats.
Yeah.
and I don't know why. My dad always I think a lot of this comes from like, well, obviously my dad had so many guitars growing up that I think a lot of my opinions early on were formed based on his expressed opinions about things, which, fair enough, but not always the right way. Your dad's not always right.
Yeah.
Trying to let my kids know that sometimes I'm not always right.
Yeah.
But I thought Strats were trash until I got that one right there.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit, Strats are like really. Now, I've played plenty of Strats that I didn't like, but that one kind of made me realize that it's not necessarily about the body style, it's about the actual guitar that you have in your hand. And
Right.
so I can appreciate, and that's nothing fancy, that's a Squire body.
Yeah.
Everything else is swapped, but it's a Squire. It started life as a Squire, and I played it in its original form for months and months and months before I made mods. So I really liked it, and yeah. And then I would say like this one I was right about, but like a Gretsch, I don't like Gretches at all, and
Yeah.
my experience with that is extensive enough to say that I think that I don't like Gretsch hollow bodies. But I'm glad that I tried them out, got a chance to like try them out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's how they sound acoustically. They have like a toy feeling to them, no matter how expensive the model. My dad had a Chet Atkins. It felt like a toy.
Ooh. Really?
To me,
Huh.
it didn't feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. And not all hollow bodies are like that, but Gretches
No.
specifically feel like toys to me when I hold them.
That's interesting because I'm pretty inexperienced with Gretsch myself. I did have that one Gretsch that was like the humbucker P90 type deal going on. That one was cool, but I will say too, the chagrin of whatever, it did kind of feel a little plasticky.
Yeah. Maybe it's the finish.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just the finish because it was different, but it wasn't terrible in a way. It was different though, and I that's probably the best way to put it. Hey Steve, what's up? Yeah, so yeah, that's fair. It's a fair
Right.
argument.
So I would say like those two, like one I was totally wrong about and sort of made me, it actually, the Strat, like me liking the Strat made me try other instruments. And so I didn't like the Jazzmaster. I never like really wanted one until after I had that Strat, and I was like, I would try one of them fucking things out. You know what I mean? And
Right. Yeah.
so, and I love it. Like I could not love a guitar more than that crappy homebrew piece of trash on my wall. Like I love that guitar so much. And
Right.
so, I would say the Strat for, showing me that I can be wrong, and then like the Gretsch showing me that I'm not always wrong.
Right.
But
And I will
what
say
about you?
this. I was going to say on your note about Strats, I've learned that Strats to me almost seem like they're better when they're cheaper. There's a line for
Okay.
me. There's a line for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I prefer a Squire most times over a Fender. Just straight up. To me, I would say 8 times out of 10, I would rather have like a classic vibe over a more expensive Strat. Or maybe, or even maybe like a Mexican, like maybe right in
Yeah.
there. But it just like maybe even like the older Mexican guitars,
Uh-huh.
like. But man, I've played so many like cheap Strats, not just Squire, just other
Yeah.
brands that are just like, this is fantastic.
Right.
A lot of Donner stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
being unbiased for a minute. I'm unbiased all the time, but just for here, all those Donner guitars, with the exception of one of them, were, I mean, like punching way above their weight class. And again, most times I would prefer one of those over, say, my Fender. Now, I love my Fender Strat. It's a
Yeah.
Mexican Strat.
course.
But, I mean, I've seriously looked recently at, like, some of the older vintage modified stuff, like the 70s ones with the big headstock. Oh,
Those
my
are
God.
cool. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool. I mean, classic vibes. You can find them all day long for
Yeah.
under $400,
Right.
sometimes under $300, and they are just
That's an interesting like little side quest there, which
Yeah.
too, like when you're talking about that, the first thing I'm thinking of is the amount of guitars produced in those lines is so massive that the
Yeah.
guitars have to be really playable
Oh,
for
yeah.
many people,
yeah,
right? So the
Yeah.
pickups have to sound right and good enough, and the neck has to feel right and good enough for most players. So like this V, I don't know about yours, this is not chunky. This is a really
Really?
thin neck, super fast because, again, this is a kit build. So
Yeah.
I got whatever they shipped with that, and it's got a volute on the back, which, we talked about last week. I like a good volute.
yeah,
And but this is not for everybody, for
Yeah.
sure. And if you're not used to like switching between guitars, like different neck styles and stuff, you're not gonna like this if you like baseball bats or something. But
Right,
the
yeah.
Squire line is right in the middle. Almost everybody can like it and get along with the neck shape and profile, which is what I love about that one. The neck is like thin, but not too thin. And like the radius is there, but not too there. And my buddy has a really high end Fender 50s style Strat. I can't play it. It's got a 7 1/4 radius. I
Yeah.
can't even play it. Like
Yeah.
it's unplayable to me because I'm not used to that radius. So I think you're onto something right there. I think
Yeah,
Squires are just infinitely more universal than
Yeah, and they're more attainable. They're more, like you said, they're going to be for the masses. They're not going to be as specific. Obviously, like I said, you get into vintage modified, but even then, you get into like classic vibes. They have the aesthetic. Maybe the pickups are voiced a little more to be like their 50s and 60s inspirations,
yeah.
but like a lot of the hardware they're using, the neck profiles, most certainly, you're not going to get a 50s classic vibe Strat with a 7 1/4 radius. You're just not. It's going to be
Right.
like that straight down the middle,
Yep.
probably like an 8 or a 9 or something that's
Gonna
not
be
super duper
playable.
rounded.
It's gonna be playable.
Yeah, playable. Now, yeah, so that's just, I know it's an interesting take, but that's just where
I
I
think
catch
there's
myself
something
most
to it.
times. I'm looking at Squire stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And then, what was the other thing that you mentioned that? Well, I probably lost it, so we'll move along. But is there anything else? I mean, I know in your video you touched on like the gold top thing, or the
Yeah.
SG or the P90s. Like, there's so many things out there that if you haven't spent any time with it, you literally can't know if you like it or not.
yeah, no, it's a good example would be a V or any extreme shape, really.
Yeah.
Vs, Explorers, the RD, anything from BC Rich.
Yeah.
Like you look at a lot of beginners, and
Steve mentioned this Ibanez. I would say Ibanez has a niche market, but shouldn't
yeah.
at all. They are fantastic guitars.
he mentions his back loves the S series. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones that are like razor thin bodies. See, for me, I don't get along with those. I like a bit of heft
Right.
with my guitars. I just do. Like
Yeah.
I like a fat neck. I like non-weight relief bodies. I say that now.
Yeah. In 10 years.
In 10 years, maybe I'll be like, oh, I need the weight relief.
me
man.
and Steve are in the thick of it.
So like, there's that. But
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. Maybe it's the same idea as people when they say like, oh, there's no physical media anymore because you just want to have that CD in your hand,
Tactile.
man. Like, yeah, it's like it's kind of maybe like the same idea with that, but not as dumb, I guess, of an
I think
argument.
maybe that actually ties back into my Gretsch theory a little bit, because the Gretsch, like the Country Gentleman my dad had, sounded, or wait, is that a Gibson? No, it's the Gretsch Chet Atkins, like the orange, competition orange Chet Atkins. It, like I said, it felt cheap. It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with the tone coming out of that guitar. Talk to me about it when you're 48. Yeah, he'll be talking to your mom about it when he's 48. And the V is light, but still needs a van for transport. Yeah, it's long. But yeah, I mean, I think it was literally just like, I felt like, you're saying you want something with heft, like you don't want it to feel like a toy. You
Yeah,
want it to feel like a tool, and I think that kind of plays into what I felt. That's a perfect way to illustrate how I felt about the Gretsch. Like, it didn't feel like I could beat on that thing at all. And this coming from most of my experiences with the Les Paul 70s, which feels, I know the neck or headstock everybody worries about, but it feels bomb-proof when you're holding it for sure.
Right.
And so I think like the Gretsch just did not feel bomb-proof whatsoever. And maybe similar feeling you had with that, with that Ibanez,
Right. Now here's here's a good example. I showed you this like when we signed off, and I have sad news about it. So hold on.
Okay. Oh no.
So recently, I acquired this. Okay, and there's a point to it. Okay, so this is a 1979 Epiphone Genesis. Genesis Custom, even. This is fantastic. It's kind of everything that I would ask for. It's got fat neck on it. It's a boat oar. I mean, it is ridiculously heavy. Sounds great. Japanese pickups and all that kind of stuff. So the build quality's there. But I'm going to have to return it.
Oh no.
Sadly, because when I was setting it up the other day, somebody stripped out the truss rod.
Oh,
So the truss rod's broken.
Is that
Yeah.
not something they can fix at Hop Frog?
I don't think so, because I mean, it's like I put the Allen key in there. Which,
Yeah.
side note about this, the Allen key, like the nut is bigger than like your modern ones.
Oh,
So I had
okay.
to go like hunt
Yeah.
around for like a bigger Allen key. It's
Yeah.
funny. But I stuck it in there and immediately it was just like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm like, oh no. It's not always a bad sign, but I was like, let me try it, and it just spun and spun and spun. So it's
Dripped
like
out.
it's like broken. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So it's really not
Sucks.
worth fixing it. Yeah. So I was like, man. But I was saying that it's like something like this is one of those things that maybe you look at and you hate, but then you get it, taking all things into consideration that
Yeah.
you like, heavy, thick neck, thick tone kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
That's
just
a
like
bummer, dude. I
Yeah.
don't know.
is.
I don't know much about. I've seen like truss rod repair, but it's crazy.
Well, I know it's you probably have, like, especially on something like this, you would have to like take the neck or the fretboard off,
Yeah.
and do all that, and it's just like, man, at this point it's a vintage instrument. Do you really want to like lose all of the original?
Right.
Because this has got freaking fret nibs and stuff on it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, because
But-
they would definitely have to remove the frets, pull the fretboard off, and lay a new one.
I mean, and it's not that it doesn't set up, like it's playable. Up here, like the other day, it was buzzing
Yeah.
a little bit. Today, it's not so much. But
So
again,
just
that's the
dependent on
problem.
humidity and
That's the problem, is if it's cold outside today, oh, it won't play well. But then if it's warm, oh yeah, it fixed it. And I just don't want to deal with it. So
fair enough. GRB, welcome to the chat. Good day, all. So who's getting stabbed by these headstocks? This is Rox the Impaler. That's the full name of this guitar, actually. And your mom. Your mom's getting stabbed by the headstock. And then, what does he say? Because not called a Flying X. Oh, right. Yossi asked, do you know why it's called a Flying B? I don't know if this is a mom joke or not, but if it is, fire away, sir. Searching for tone in the house. What is up, brother Brian? Went looking for you all at my mom's house, and you guys weren't there. Well, we had to leave early,
had
which
some more
she was
moms
not
there.
happy about at all.
yeah,
Yeah. So
you know what we call a y'all's mom's house, right? The
what
come and go.
about? Oh, let's play a stinger
Let's do it.
in honor. Let's play a stinger.
We bring the dry wood. Your mom brings the oil. And And you should bring something to clean up with. This is the OnlyFrets podcast.
That's a good one. I think that's probably my favorite one.
Yeah,
He
that
sounds
one's-
like the guy sounds like Elliot.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring the dry wood.
That's why I did that, because I was like, oh, the southern drawl and the
Yeah.
deep voice just made it
So
perfect.
funny. So funny.
The way he said it, and you
Yeah.
should bring something to clean up with. It's
Bring
like,
something to clean up with.
or bring a towel or whatever.
Yeah. Bring something to clean up with. I
Oh,
love it.
God.
What's up,
That
Jimmy?
is-
Welcome in. Okay, so, and you guys are welcome to chime in the chat. Steve mentioned a guitar that he really loves, or that his back really loves. But what about something you thought for sure you would love and either hated or didn't play very much enough to keep?
So pretty much any Telecaster I've ever had.
Interesting.
Any of them. And I've said this before, I've run the gambit with Tellies. I've had cheap Squires, off-brand stuff, middle range Squires, like I was mentioning. Specifically, I've had two of the J5, the Frost Gold Tellies, the John 5 ones.
Yeah, John 5.
There's one that I almost want to give a chance again, because I had one of them at one point. I saw one that was for sale. I don't know if it's still there or not. It's the Avril Lavigne Telecasters, those signature Tellies. They're one humbucker. They kind of are like a Esquire with one humbucker, but they're really cool.
Oh, kind of like the Oh, here's one for sure. On the other side, it reminds you what you're describing sounds like the Courtney Love Squire Venus.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So something like that. But I mean, those are really cool. Like they have one. I had one at one point in time. It was really cool. It was the one with the checkerboard pickguard. Loved it.
Uh-huh.
They have one now. There's another one that's all black, and these are old models. That has like a skull and crossbone kind of thing,
Okay.
and the 12th inlay.
Very emo. Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But I've had all of that, right on up to I've had an American Telly before.
What about? Have you ever had the Machine Gun Kelly Telly?
So
The Machine Gun Telly, if you will.
oh my God, why did they not call it?
I don't
that?
know. They fucked up, dude.
That man, they dropped
should
the
have come
ball
on
on that.
OnlyFrets to drop it.
I know.
We'd have helped them out.
We are great marketers, man. No, yeah. So that one I've had a very brief experience with, as far as like just picking it up in a store and being like, oh, that's cool.
Because
Hang it
for
back
the
up.
aesthetic,
You know.
You
Yeah,
know.
no, the aesthetic's great.
Yeah.
Like I think they look cool. I mean, regardless of what you think about Machine Gun Kelly, I mean, that's a cool guitar.
yeah.
It's like the Youngblood SG Jr. It's like, it doesn't say his name anywhere on it, but I mean, it's a freaking affordable, well, not so affordable now,
Yeah.
SG Jr. that's white.
Right.
Anyway. That one, kind of in the same camp as the Avril Lavigne one, is I kind of maybe at some point in time want to try to get one just to see. Because, I mean, it could just be like Fender spec stuff.
Right.
Right? Because, I mean, pretty much pound for pound, every Schecter I've picked up has been fantastic. Cheap, expensive, whatever. I've played a handful of Schecters, and in fact, I've owned one, the one with the strippers on the thing there. The
Yeah.
pictures of your mom on the
Yeah.
fretboard. I've owned that, and that one was awesome. And I kind of hate that I sold that one, but man, that one was cool, and it felt great. And that's the general consensus with them. So maybe the Machine Gun Kelly should be something that I look
Yeah.
at. I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of fits.
It definitely fits the Pink
if
Room of
anything.
Doom vibe for sure.
Did they not? Didn't they make a? Because there was the black one that had
Made
like the
a
pink.
different color? Yeah.
Yeah, they made a different color. I
They
don't know if
had
it was
the
like the
pink one.
reverse. Yeah, the pink one. That's the one I would probably want. But yeah, I mean, if it feels anything like a Schecter, like that I'm familiar with, yeah. Another one that I would consider is the PRS ones,
Yeah, those NF53s.
NF53s. Yeah, I would
Those
consider
little
those.
Miles Kennedy rips.
Yeah.
His signature model on they're really, really cool.
Yeah, but my problem is I don't know what it is about Tellys that I just don't
Right.
click with. I don't know if it's the neck. I don't know if it's the way that the body is. It's a single cut. You would think I'd like it, but
And they
know.
make stop bar models. You know,
Yeah.
if the bridge was a problem for you, you'd think, you know, maybe that would fix it. But I mean, dude, it's all valid. Like, so, you know, sometimes you just get a guitar and it's just it ain't it. You
Yeah,
know, I do
and I think
commend you
it's
for giving it so many attempts. You
well,
know,
and when I say telly though, I mean like actual telly.
yeah,
So it's not the T type itself. Because I will say another one that
right.
I had that I really liked. I had a Chapman, and I have a video on
T-type.
that I did a while back.
Yeah,
It's not out yet. It'll come out at
so
some point in time.
specific to Fender then,
It's specific to Fender, which is I
or
know that I
or
just said that about the Squire stuff,
right,
but that applied more to Strats, really,
right.
if anything. Because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
even played classic vibe tellies that I'm just like, they're kind of cool, but after I sit with them, then I'm like, oh, there's just something
That's
I don't
weird.
click with.
That's very
It's very
strange.
strange. Yes, it is.
But
And
valid nonetheless. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you try a guitar out and it like this one for instance, while it holds a place in my heart because I built it and I built it with my kids helped me out and like the whole thing and it's kind of wall art similar to my other build here. I would much rather play the Jazzmaster build that I did than either of these two. And that has freaking nice stuff going on in it, you know, of the Firebird. And
Right.
I think like I had to have one. I got it. It's like it's cool.
yeah,
Like you with Telly's, like, yeah, it's cool. Like I don't hate it. But I do not love it. I would much rather pick up my Les Paul or my Tellys or my Strat
Yeah.
or the Jazzmaster over this or this Flying V or the Firebird. And you know, sometimes that happens. You got to take
Well-
your little break.
no, I'm
Ooh,
grabbing
the
this as a
SG.
point. So I don't know if I'll play it or not, but anyway. So I was gonna teeter on that, kind of going where you were saying with that. That's another guitar that I absolutely hated for a long time, but I eventually ended up learning to love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one was weird, and even with my SG Junior was weird because I've always said too that SGs are very particular guitars. I have played so many of them, again, running the gambit of the ranges and stuff,
Yep.
and it's been very few and far between where I'm like, oh, these are amazing. Like most of the time, it's like, it just feels okay. And this one I bought sight unseen because it was a good price years ago, and I've had it since. This is the one that like changed my
Yeah.
life as far as SGs, and it's
That's your SG.
this is yeah, and I've said it before, and it's still valid. I mean, I would call this my number one, if anything. I don't play it as much lately, but I mean, it most certainly is something I pick up all the time
Yeah.
and just play. I mean, it's got the name. It's named after my wife. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you've tied yourself to it a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
then same thing with the SG Junior. I bought that one. I was like, well, I had one that played great that I played in the store and bought and
Mm-hmm.
then sold it. And I was like, well, let me take the chance on this one. And I got really lucky with that one too. You know, plays kind of like this one with a slightly chunkier neck on it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's got the P90 and it sounds great. And I'm like, okay, I don't need any more SGs. I'm done. So I'm like, I'm good.
Well, two things. Mark's never met a Les Paul he didn't like, and Yussi would never kill a moose for a telly. So, and also Mark doesn't love tellies too much. I will say this: my first experience with a telly was that Japanese-made piece of art back there. That thing is incredible, and the Japanese-made Fenders lean more Squire-esque. That telly
Really?
has a belly cut and a arm carve on the top, like a Strat. And the neck, while a little thicker than most of your average Squires, is not, the fretboard is not overly like obscenely rounded. Very, very playable instrument in that regard. So I would say to, anybody who likes Strats but not tellies, you could start with a telly that has a belly carve and an arm carve on top. That's going to get you about 90% of the way there as far as the feeling of the instrument. And then you're going to struggle with, the Strats have those extended horns, which add balance to. It makes them perfectly balanced to hold. There is not a better guitar than that in my office that is more fun to hold for a prolonged period of time. Like, it's just so nice. But the Telly comes close, like with the carve, the belly carve and the arm carve. And
See,
then,
and maybe,
oh, go ahead.
maybe that's something. I was gonna say just real quick. Maybe that's something that throws me off, which is strange though, because as much as I like a Les Paul, they don't have that cut there really. So it's like, how do I like that but not a Telly? You know?
Well, but they do have
I don't know.
the dish carve in it, which
Yeah.
almost to a degree simulates like a forearm resting spot. Now you do have the ledge,
Yeah.
but because of the dish carve, I think it's the slab effect. Like when you're just playing something flat,
Yeah.
even your SG there has that ledge leading up.
Right.
And it's not an arm. It's not an arm carve like on a Strat, but it is something.
It's
that-
something. Yeah.
That sort of, and that's like the Flying V, or my Blue Telly, the one I got from Mr. Robert Baker. There,
Right,
They're
yeah.
not. They're fun to play. They're not as comfortable at all.
And it
So-
could be that. It could just be after you sit with them for so long, you're like, I'm just kind of done with it. But
Yeah.
again, strange though, because like my custom shop, the Gold Top, it doesn't really have much of a carve here. Like it's very, you feel it here.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's I don't know. It's strange. I don't know. Maybe I'll try the Schecter or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll try a Japanese Fender. I've never played one of those. Maybe I'm just
Dude,
missing that market.
The Photo Flame models are the ones that I know of that have the carve, but they are really, really good.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the Schecter. So this was a guitar that my dad sent me when I was like 20 or something. He was just buying guitars and stuff, and he would send me
Right.
stuff that he didn't like because he was working in lumber in the 90s, so he had a lot of money. And he was like, try out this Schecter. I tried it out, and the neck. This could have been a me issue, but like the fretboard sat so far. It was a Diamond series, I think.
Oh yeah.
So it was like a cheaper model kind of thing, but it had the elevated extra 2 frets or whatever. And when I played, my finger would slap against the fretboard extension over the body. And I would literally bruised my index finger playing that guitar more than once. And so I never played it. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Sorry, I'm waiting on my DJ guy to get here.
Yeah, all
he's
good.
dropping off some equipment. But
All
anyway,
good.
what was I saying? I was gonna play off a. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna put this comment here. Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
with Kiesel, I've never played a Kiesel before either, but the stigma behind Jeff Kiesel and just kind of his general assholery, I don't even want to get a Kiesel.
fair enough.
Is there a single person who could actually like a Strat where the body is flipped the wrong way around? Yes, I have seen one. Xander Raymond Charles actually has
With
one. He
the
bought.
short horn on the top.
Yeah. So he's talking about, I guess maybe you do like reverse Jimi Hendrix where you buy a left-handed guitar and then flip it.
Stay Metal Ray.
Yeah, Stay Metal Ray, however you know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually purposely bought one, and a lot of people gave him shit for it. But I'm like, look, I think it's kind of cool. Honestly, I was
too.
like, man, I gotta steal that. That's really cool. But I don't think I could get used to that.
It would
I
be
think it'd
kind
be
of
too weird. It'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Or
I
even
really-
like Eric Gales.
Yeah, he plays his. I mean, these guys are like, not Ray obviously, but if you're any type of a student of Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah.
you're gonna like that vibe. I think you're not gonna like the controls being at the top. Yeah,
Hang on one second.
no sweat. The controls being at the top are just it's just kind of crazy. That's the vibe I got there in person. Okay. Oh, not the best dude around. Anyway, yeah, just continuing on about other guitars where I wanted to talk about that freaking Squire Venus, because we talked about, you know, like the Avril Lavigne telly and the telly from the Schecter for the MG telly. The Courtney Love guitar is like the best thing that she ever did in her life.
I was gonna see if
Literally,
there's
that Squire Venus with the single you don't want the dual humbucker one, the one with the single knob and the single humbucker in the bridge is the sickest. My dad had one, and it was my preferred guitar for almost a year and a half. I loved that guitar so much. It was so much fun to play. The neck was a baseball bat.
wow.
Which was, you know, I really liked it. I have, you know, pretty big, I can palm men's basketball. Like, I have pretty big hands, you know. But, like, that guitar shocked me every time. If I plugged it into my Line 6 Spider 3 half stack, it sounded good. If I plugged it into the Crate Vintage 40 Club, it sounded great. If I plugged it into my dad's Fender Princeton 100, it sounded great. If I plugged it into, there was no amp. If I ran it through my Line 6 UX1 interface and recorded with it, there was no context in which that Squire sounded like a bad guitar. So she did a lot of bad things. That guitar was like
Was the baddest of them all.
It was so good, dude. Anyway, that was a guitar that surprised me. That Dad got it. I was like, "The fuck is this?" And he's like, "That's a Squire Venus, Courtney Love signature guitar." And shut up until you play it. And then he put it around my neck, and he's like, "Plug it in." And I plugged it in, and I strummed a couple power chords, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "Yeah." And
Why's your
like,
dad so
"No
aggressive?
way." What's that?
So why's your dad so aggressive?
He's
Shut
so
up before you
aggressive.
play.
Yeah, only
Plug
about
it in.
guitars. He's really aggressive about guitars. He has all of the opinions, and he needs you to hear every single one of them.
Yeah. Hey, I just realized we got 8 viewers in here.
Dude,
That's good.
We're cooking with gas. The homies showed up in force.
We are. And if you guys are maybe new here, or you're just now checking us out, this is OnlyFrets, baby.
Guitars aren't the only thing that needs a good fingering around here. You're watching the OnlyFrets podcast with Sean and Jonathan.
I feel like those are very loud. In my ear, it's
they're-
like shockingly loud. I have to
volume's
we have to
way too
we have to
high.
look at the volume. But hey, it wakes you up.
It sure does.
We'll fix that in the next one. Maybe I'll get in here and take a look at them. Anyway. Ooh, here's a good
When
one.
is my dad coming on the pod? I don't know, but we could probably get him to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Jonathan and I actually talked about that, Steve. We talked about for Father's Day, it would be super dope. Like, Jonathan's dad just lives up the road, so he could just come over, you know, if he doesn't have anything going on, and then my dad could phone in from he's got a YouTube channel actually that he posts on very rarely called Bug Tussle Studios.
Bug Tussle.
He's got a little shack out there in Bug Tussle, West Virginia. And
I was about to say that sounds
it's
southern.
he's up in West Virginia, and he's from there, and they have like 7 acres out there, and he's got a little shack that they bought, you know, a nice shed, and then he's got gear all over the place in there. That's his little guitar station. So I've done a remote interview with him before. He's totally like wired up to be able to do it. So we thought about maybe a Father's Day episode. So Mother's Day, we will all be busy at your mom's house. So
Absolutely.
you're booked
Yeah.
out the whole day. So we will not be doing a Mother's Day episode, but Father's Day we could take care of.
Yeah. We will do that.
TJ's lurking. Thanks for hanging out with us, brother. Appreciate you.
I read that as like stubborn M2. M2 drive. I was thinking like a BMW that's bricked. No way. Oh God.
This GRB. Not sure if it'll work, but maybe Google Venom custom guitars. Okay, so these are some guitars that GRB picked up from a local builder. GRB is in Australia. Good eye, mate, down there, down under. And he is a frequent flyer on my Friday Night Lives, which I always appreciate.
Yeah,
It's
he's
usually
in my
morning.
comment section a lot too, talking about stuff and liking my videos and pushing me in the algorithm.
Search for that channel. Found it. What do you guys think? Are the mom jokes too crude? It's come up, and Jonathan's been getting some crazy bold comment fire on his
Yeah.
comment section lately. And I think everybody's tired of the nose ring theory.
Although I did get someone say they liked it, which was
I think it's fine. I don't like it or not like it. It's on your body, dude.
exactly. It's
Like-
like, yeah, who cares, right?
I've never met a bro that was absolved from being a bro based on the metal in their face. Like I don't.
The metal's in my soul, man. It's in my
No.
heart.
There can be guys that have enough that make me not want to like engage in brodom with them. Like
Yeah.
if you're studded out on your forehead, or you know, you got if you got a Jacob's ladder and I find out about it, we got different problems. Like that should be none of my business. I
Your mom
just
can't be
mean
climbing
like,
up that.
there are dudes that like I've seen with enough piercings where I'm just like, I don't have anything in common with you. But like
Clearly, yeah.
probably that's an assumption. I'm judging a book
Yeah.
by cover to a certain extent. However, like I came to your channel as a viewer. I subscribed immediately, and I don't think I even noticed the nose ring until it started getting
Being
thrown
brought
out
up.
in the comment section. And
Well, that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand. Like, how are you looking that hard? Like, I'm over here, like, take a look at this thing right here, but somehow you see through the little thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
ugh. It's like,
It
ugh
is-
yourself.
It's not a bad thing,
Idiot.
Steve. Jonathan heavily promotes it on every video. He's like, yeah, so leave me a comment about my nose ring or how bad I suck at guitar.
And they fall for it
every time.
Every time.
We
Right,
got
I
one
know.
on the line, baby.
There you go.
That's funny. Renegade custom guitar. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll check them out, dude. GRB, if you show up Friday night and remind me, I'll pull them up on the screen. It's harder to do on EV Mux, but when I'm on OBS on Friday night, we'll pull them up and check them out, dude. That'll be cool. Just
Yeah,
leave
and,
the Prince Henry out of it. As long as it's not on video, it's fine.
On today's episode, I'm just kidding.
No, but I do
Which
think
one's your mom's favorite piercing?
Father's Day episode, we should definitely do that. I'll talk with my old man, get him on here, and we can be the kids again, and we could ask them
Yeah.
questions about, playing in bands in the 80s and, what the music
Yeah.
scene was like, where they were at and stuff like that. I just think it would be cool for sure.
Complaining about throwing packaging, we wouldn't know about that.
Oh, he
Your
does
mom
a
never
box
complains.
drop. If everybody's seen Brian's videos for the most part, but he always does a box drop on every one of his videos that he does a box opening and unboxing. So they said you're not the first person to whine about this, but certainly why I continue to do it. That's good. Yeah, dude. I mean, you gotta troll the trolls, right? You
Yeah, I mean,
can't let them win. That's for sure.
yeah. There's a lot of comments too where I'm just like, I don't need, like, I'll purposely go into and in fact, let's do that right now. I'm gonna go in here and see if there are any hidden comments. I like doing that from time to time.
Oh, you go check out the ones that have been held back for.
The ones that have been held. Nothing right now. There'll be something in there, I'm sure, before the week's end. But
I have rarely ever had that on my channel. I think if you're funny, if you're any type of eccentric or anything, Brian is so good on camera. You're so good on camera. I'm not like that at all. Like, I'm very exactly as I am right now. I stutter, I say and ah, and I don't cut any of that crap out. And I have no polish to my game whatsoever. So I think if you are producing real videos like you and Brian do, it's just going to draw in trolls, because you're going to get so much more engagement in general than one of my videos will. I just feel like you guys, unfortunately, are maybe a little too good at your jobs, and
You know what?
Take it as a
It's-
compliment that you have haters in the comments.
Yeah, it's good. It's good marketing. Any publicity is good publicity, kind of thing. I mean,
Yep.
so
Oh,
you know,
60. Our friends over at 60 Cycle Home have had some bangers that they've been posting on Instagram the last couple of weeks. Like, just great comment interaction, dude. Like, really, really funny stuff. I can't remember anything off the top of my head, but it's always good for a chuckle when I see, you or them or Brian post something on Instagram. It's like the screenshot. Oh, so good.
yeah.
See.
Oh,
Go
we
ahead.
clicked that. We clicked that at the same time.
Same
Yeah.
Getting better, but still stuck on camera. You have to do to make you feel.
Go back
better
and watch
is-
your old stuff. I've done that.
100%.
And I've thought about doing a video on that too, where people do like, let's go watch your old stuff. But I'm like, whatever. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass myself. But I've done that. I've gone back and watched my first review, and it was so much. I mean, it wasn't like bad,
Yeah,
but it was just like
it felt like
it
a
was more of
Gretsch.
me just being like, hey
Felt
guys,
like a Gretsch, and now you're a Les Paul.
hey guys, my name's Jonathan, and today we're taking, and I'm over here doing like halfway the what's up guys, welcome to, but I try not to do that.
Radio
I try
voice.
not to do that. Yeah, because to me that's the
Inauthentic.
over editing and the overstimulating visual. Like, I feel like that's something that I should do more, is maybe more like camera cuts, like to different. And I've actually done that. I've already filmed the video on the Genesis. I did that on the Genesis video. I'd film like 30 seconds talking here, and then I just move the camera and just kind of, like, and then there's this part, and then do it again, and then there's just to keep it engaging visually. But
Yeah.
Stuff like
I've
that is
seen
just-
so many like polished and refined and very high quality videos where they do those cutscenes and all that stuff. And, I got myself a real good camera that I could move around the room, but
Yeah.
almost everything I do is from this angle that you see right here. And frankly, I'm getting past the point, like I have that SG video that I still have not finished editing. I'm getting past the point of just like, I think for a while there, I really wanted it to like this can work, and I can get some sponsorships, and I can do that and I got burnt out on trying to do that. I'm not burnt out on doing this every week, and I'm not burnt out on playing my live every week.
right.
I love hanging, chatting with the homies. Like, you guys in the chat know, like, I love, like, Friday night is like my gig night. It is very important to me to do. I've been doing it almost a whole year now. So, like, I think in July, and it's been almost every Friday. Like, there have been, I want to say maybe like 10 in a year's time that I missed. So I have like, it's been really great, and I just love doing that every Friday. I feel weird if I don't. And I just love playing guitar, and I feel like that really sticks to the ethos of my channel name, which is this is just Sean playing guitar. That's what you get when you come here. So if I do step back into videos, I think it's gonna be a lot more of like me just playing guitar, and a lot less like edited stuff, Tom, someone commented one time on a video that I shouldn't wear shorts in a video, and at that time I thought about doing the next video just boxers.
So look,
Boxer briefs.
I was actually going to bring that up, and there was that point up, because there's another thing that I think I'll save for later, just because we're almost done with this, and that could be a whole conversation on its own. The whole wearing shorts in videos, like, I don't understand why people get upset. Like we have legs. Look, there you go. There you go. It's over with. It's done.
Those
They're
are human
legs. You got 'em.
Those are human legs.
Well, I'm assuming you got them. If you don't, maybe you finally remember what they were like.
Boy, and mine go all the way up too. I got some nice basketball player calves on me, dude.
I know it's not easy being over 6 foot tall, but
I wouldn't know that. Only with my boots on.
that is true. When babies come around, it's like that is your life.
I
for a
will
while.
definitely be probably taking a bit of a hiatus, but I may, depending on like it's summertime with the kids. There may be like the boys will be home all day also, and I will be off of work. But there
Right.
may be some moments where I can steal in. It might not be on Friday nights. I know that there is one that we are for sure going to do, which is Raylan Martin Smith's album drop sort of party that we're going to do on my channel. This is like almost a full year. He's been coming up. He doesn't watch this because he goes to school during the day, and like he's not a kid. He's in college. I think he's like 26. But he made an album, and it's, dude, we've previewed the songs. I think I've talked about it on here before. They're so good. I'm in love with this album, and it hasn't even dropped yet. And I really hope that he gets famous for it. Like, I really do. Because it sounds like Weezer and Radiohead.
That could be a good or a bad thing.
I mean, and the album's called Nostalgia. He loves music from the late night, like that kind of music from like the late 90s.
Then that's something I
Everybody
can look
does.
at. Yeah,
Who turns
everybody.
radio off when Buddy Holly comes on? If you turn the radio off in my car when Buddy Holly comes on, you're fucking walking. Okay.
Sugar Ray pops on the radio, like you turn that shit up.
Yeah, it goes.
We're
it
singing
goes
every
only
morning.
One direction. It goes up and forward. We do not pause. We do not stop. We do not skip tracks. And his album is just everything we've previewed from it, which is like maybe 4 or 5 tracks, just banger after banger. Everything is good. So I am going to make time for that. Even if I got to hold a sleeping baby while we do it, we're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I really cannot wait. Yeah. Mark's heard a bunch of it. What's this he say here? There are no armrests allowed in Sean's studio. This is not nitro. This is a product called Easy Res. And it is a resin. It's a solar activated resin solution that I found on some other builder's channel. And this stuff dries in seconds.
Wow.
But it never dries in the shade. So all I had to do was get it wet. Your mom knows all about that. And
No problems there.
fully cover everything and then go outside and hold it like on the hook. You know, I had it hooked through the thing, and I just went outside and it dried immediately. It's an incredible and it feels good. Like it's nice and it's substantial. Like, you know, not quite as thick as like poly, but it's resin.
Enough for
so
protection.
really
if
good.
anything.
Yeah, dude, super cool product. I should have bought a little more than I did, but I had enough to like go over. So no nitro here. Don't worry about the armrests. That's why I got folding.
The finish on it looks really good though. Like I'm seeing the light kind of glinting off of it. Like
It's
it looks...
matted, but it's smooth. It's smooth. There's no with that resin. There's no like orange peel. And if there ever was any like imperfections, I was able to sand it smooth, wet sand it really easily, and you don't have to worry about blowing through it because it's super thick.
Right.
You know, so I did like 2. I think I just did like 2 coats, and it was done. Yeah, really cool product. So Easy Res, red paint is red paint or sun. You mean sunburst? It's red. This is a cherry stain. Now, what I didn't do is a very good job on the stain. I used like RIT dye, which is like a fabric dye. I should have used something a little thicker. So there's like little, you can't see it. Fuck. There's like little spots around the ridges where I didn't sand enough for the dye to like seep properly. But like that's on the back of the headstock or right here on the corner. And then I've got one little blemish right here where it didn't hold up very well, but everything else, it just turned out so awesome. So very cool. That's what she said. Oh man, that's good stuff, boys.
I love that we're mature here. It's great.
Well, Jonathan, let's hear that SG for a minute. Why don't you regale us with a couple of chords?
Maybe it's in tune. I don't know. Always in tune. Just little something, something.
So smooth.
Yeah. It's just on a crunchy sound too. It's not a lot of gain or nothing. It's
I just got
Does it?
my my little Z. Let's turn on the. Oh, do you guys want to hear? Here, let's do the super cool fuzz. My Marsling Octafuzz drive. It's like 2 words, but it's. And then when you turn on the, you put it on the neck pickup. Very Jack Whitish.
yeah.
I love
Loads of
that,
filth.
dude.
That is
I
awesome.
love that pedal so much. Like, I think I told the story on that when we were talking about good customer service, maybe during like our Guyker episodes or whatever, where we were talking about that.
Yeah, you talked about it before.
Yeah, those guys like chatted with me on Instagram when I was asking them questions about their pedal, and they were so accessible and nice and cool. And they're an American-made company, which is always cool. Not a necessity by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, you do have that little bit of like you want to help your neighbor out, you know.
Yeah.
And they were so like kind and forthcoming and like answered every single question. I was just like, yeah, I'm definitely buying this, and
Right.
well worth the money, dude. I would say they're probably their overdrive pedals, I imagine, are sick, and I might try one of those one time. But what a cool bunch of dudes, and great customer service, and a great freaking product. That pedal goes on when I'm in the zone on Friday nights, and I step on that thing. I don't know about who's listening because you know I'm just a guy in my basement, but in my headphones, like in my little world, I go to another place, like
Another dimension.
so much fun, dude. It definitely is a spacey, you know, lives up to its space based name for sure.
Yeah.
But well, hey, we did it.
We did it.
We went a full hour. Your mom is calling Jonathan right now, so it sounds like he's probably got to go.
Hello? No, I'm actually, my wife's home today. She's sick. Actually, when I stepped away a minute ago, she said she just took a COVID test, and guess what?
Yay!
Now we got to deal with that. I think she's actually, she's fine. I mean, she's up and doing all the kind of stuff. It's just, she's just kind of feeling like meh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that one's a bummer.
yeah.
I hated personally this norovirus that went around was like way
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Dude, that one is we didn't get that this year, you know, knock on wood. We didn't get norovirus this year, and I'm so glad because like we have to sterilize our house.
There's always next year.
Everybody gets it, and we have to sterilize our whole house afterwards.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
terrible. And you know, repaint the toilet and everything. But COVID sucked for the headache for me when I got it, and I haven't knowingly had it in a while. But when I got it, and I knew that second day headache was terrible. So I do wish your wife the best.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like aggressively dip, but
No.
my DJ boss is here, so I gotta go pick up this equipment. He just pulled into my driveway, so
Boys, thank y'all for hanging out. We're gonna let
yes.
Jonathan get out of here, and we will catch y'all next week.
we will. Thank you guys very, very much.